John.
Yeah.
Get the hell over here.
What, you doing me now?
Put these ear goggles on. I'm gonna talk to you now. Okay. Don't stop the tape now. Don't stop because we're rolling. You can't stop rolling when you're rolling. All right. This is Anthony and John just switched places with Flea, so I'm gonna be talking to John now. John is wearing a crazy full-length spotted jacket right now. I'm not sure why, because it's about 98 degrees in the shade out here. But he's one of those bizarre and peculiar characters that you see walking down the street and you go, damn, Hollywood's full of freaks. And that's John, really, sort of making up the freak population there. How you doing, John?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty spaced out right now.
Coffee, smokes, and smog?
No food.
No food?
No food and
You hungry?
Not really.
Not really?
I have no idea why.
Like I said, he's a freak. So John is standing here before me. I haven't seen John for a while. I've been kind of busy and he's been doing his own thing. I haven't seen him for a long time.
We live right near each other. I saw him yesterday. I'm kind of in recluse right now.
You're recluse? You're a recluse.
I don't know what that word means.
Are you leaving, Flea? You're feeling reclusive.
Yes.
Right. So long, Flea. Get out. What?
I'm cutting out. Bye, Flea. Okay.
Cut out.
Have a good day. I'm stuck.
So I've been knowing John for 2 years. He came into the Pepper outfit, a very young man, and he's grown up a great deal in the last 2 years. It's amazing. You remember how young you were when you came here 2 years ago?
I think about it often.
You're a different guy. You're a totally different guy. You've been through as much experience in the last 2 years as most guys get in about 10.
Yeah.
I mean, with the 9 months of touring, making a record, you know, you've gone from a sort of a lime green, a shade of green, to this deep forest enriched green.
Yeah, and it has its good points and its bad points as well, because you know my age is now guessed at 29 almost consistently.
In fact, I think you've lost the green thing. Do people ever call you Greenie anymore?
Nobody ever calls me Greenie.
It's because you don't look like a Greenie anymore.
I've put my name as Mr. Green Man on Chris's album. Now I'm longing for people to call me Greenie.
Because you feel like you're 29 years old.
Yeah.
In the body of a 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
I feel like in my brain I'm about 8 years old, and in my body I'm about 60 years old.
But what about when you start expounding on your deeply psychotic philosophies about life, and that isn't exactly the mind of an 8-year-old.
No.
John's got these fairly definitive convictions about the way life is and the way life should be. I don't know if you want to talk about that right now, because it gets awfully serious, and he's definitely going to offend at least 90 of the listeners if he gets into it right now.
That's true.
You want to get into it?
It depends on what things you want me to get into. I can go off on ridiculous tangents sometimes.
Right. Well, you might want to lay into your philosophy about just why people are such idiots.
Okay.
All right.
Well, but what aspects of them?
What just how you think that the world would be a better place if there was no existence of mankind?
Oh yeah. Well, I think human beings have done nothing but destroy everything they've touched since the beginning of man, and I think they were basically designed to destroy themselves, and you know, they just destroy the oceans, they destroy the environment, they destroy everything, and all these environmental groups who are trying to keep human beings alive shouldn't worry so much about them, because I think the planet and the universe would be much better off if human beings were just eliminated. I think the main mistake all mass murderers have made throughout the history of time is that they didn't just kill everybody. That seems to me to be the best plan. Yeah,
John's presently busy at work creating a song that is actually going to have the effect of wiping out the population. I know when you hear it, you die. So
it's a certain frequency.
So yeah, keep your ears open for that one. I think we should probably get back to a lighter-hearted subject.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, John has a new house too, and it's amazing because when I met John, he lived in this garbage dump with his friend Bill, and it was just a big heap of trash and paper, and they never ever took their garbage out, so the kitchen was actually full of garbage bags, and you know, he kind of confused them for one of the oversized cockroaches in the apartment, and now he lives in this palatial, sprawling estate.
It's very much like the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah, you want to tell us about it?
Well, it's got a big, huge bedroom that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and real nice living room and lots of CDs and a pool and a hot tub that I just sit in every single night and relax and don't have a worry on my mind. And it's just completely affected my state of mind to give me a much more positive outlook on life.
You like it?
I love it.
Yeah, he's sacrificing most of the money that he's made with the band, but he likes it, so that's worth it, because John also has a extraordinary philosophy on the expenditure of cash, which is he just doesn't give a fuck, and he spends it like he's throwing buckets of water on the cactus or something.
But I can always congratulate myself that I'm not spending my money on drugs.
Yeah, that's one of my rationales as well. So Bill lives in your house.
Yeah.
Bill is John's best friend. His name is Bill Bro. His father's a senator for Louisiana, and they met up a couple of years ago in Hollywood, and in a way they're married. John is actually married to another man, but it isn't a sexual relationship.
No, but we used to sleep together in the same bed, but we never actually had sex.
Right, and you shouldn't get the idea that they did, even though they do sleep together. They used to anyways, and
we never actually petted each other or kissed each other or anything.
No. And they used to do this trick, not very often, but occasionally, where they'd be sleeping in the same bed and they'd have a girl in between them. And this is safe sex, so don't get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
And they do a little trick that they called skiing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to explain that to you, but it was the girl that was skiing in between the two guys, and I can't really get too explicit because, I'll end up spending the next 5 years in a cell with Luke Skywalker or something, but they went skiing with the girl. And it was a sensitive, friendly, loving situation from what I understood. Everyone was happy, and they made each other happy, and that's what counts sometimes. So anything else you want to say about Bill?
Nothing. No.
No?
I'd rather leave Bill out of it.
You want to put Bill to rest? Okay. You have a girlfriend right now?
No, I keep going through girls. Any girl that can ever do me good, I get bored with very easily, and any girls that are mean, weird, evil people are the ones that keep me interested and the ones that end up destroying me.
Yeah, I don't mind saying that John has had some very bad luck with women over the last year or two, and I'm not saying it's actually their fault. I think he's partially responsible, but it's kind of a sad situation because John, he's a good, solid, healthy man, and he's a musician, the best kind of man, and he just can't seem to get it together with the right woman, and I just keep thinking that one day things are going to kind of plane out for you, and you're going to sort of be happy for at least a week or two with the same girl, but it just...
I hope so.
Just doesn't seem to be going your way, does it?
No, it hasn't been going my way. There was one girl who I named Amanda, who came into my house and tried to kill me with a knife after I tried to break up with her, and then I grabbed a guitar and a Stratocaster and hit her with the body of the guitar as hard as I possibly could, swung it like a baseball bat into her head, and she fell to the ground with blood gushing from her head and screaming like a dying cow, and ran out of the house. That's the kind of thing that happens to me, it seems like, every couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a slight exaggeration, because for one thing, John can barely pick up a guitar, let alone swing it. So, don't get your, what do they say, don't get your haunches up or something like that? Don't get your haunches up, because it was just really a small surface scratch that he actually grazed your head, so I know the feeling.
It was actually one of those little plastic electric guitars.
Right. So we've covered the women in your life, which there isn't really much to cover there. We've covered your home life. You want to tell us about your driving career? Because
well, I decided that I'm never going to learn how to drive ever. I'm never going to learn how to drive a car. I'm too much of an idiot, and I'd probably crash. And so I decided I'm just going to take taxis and get rides from people. And
you're 20, right?
Yes.
John is 20, and he's never driven a vehicle except for once for a half of a block, and he almost drove over the curb, right?
Yeah, and I almost hit a jogger too.
A jogger?
I came this close to killing a jogger.
Right. So that's kind of a peculiarity about John that some of you might not have been aware. Gosh, be goodness. You said that thing earlier about humanity and just thinking that the world would be a better place with no men or women or children.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have to bring something up here that might make you change your mind about that.
Okay.
And that's your little brother, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love my little brother, Eric, and the reason, and see, as much as I love him, I'm never going to have kids because of that philosophy. I just feel like it would be against my whole philosophy to have kids and do something that's cruel to somebody and bring them into this world. But Eric, I love a great deal, and I just took him to a Dodgers game where he had a really good time.
Took him to a game?
Yeah.
Where'd you get the tickets?
From some place downtown.
Wow.
And we got really good seats, and had a great time at the game, and we went with Joe and Randy.
That's beautiful. Did you ever go see him play baseball?
Yes, and I went to see him play baseball a couple of weeks ago.
What happened?
They lost, but it was an all-star game. It wasn't his team, so he didn't really care.
Did he play?
Yeah.
How was he?
He played great.
Did he?
Yeah.
It wasn't like you, was it?
No, I was terrible.
And it wasn't like...
I'm one of the kinds of people that holds it against the whole human race for the way my baseball team treated me when I was little.
But mainly the coach.
Mainly the coach.
And the kids.
The kids, too. I used to sit there and make up little punk rock songs about how I wanted to kill the guy who was pitching or whatever.
And that scene in Parenthood, I actually saw Parenthood with you.
Yeah.
And you cried in the baseball scene where the kid keeps dropping the ball. And
got a soft spot for people who do terrible at baseball.
Yeah, because you did terrible at baseball. Well, so that's John in a nutshell. I don't know if there's anything else you really want to talk about.
I don't know. I feel like we've kind of failed.
Have we?
Have we?
No. I think the whole point of this wasn't to actually make ourselves seem like perfect beings, but rather just to converse loosely with the public at large. You know, the public that we appreciate because they appreciate us, and that's why we like you, because you like us. If you didn't like us, we probably wouldn't like you. But since you do like us, we like you.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to feel loved, and golly, I think we succeeded actually.
Okay.
Chrissy, did we succeed? Did we get the point across? Oh, by goodness. John's gonna play. Go get your guitar. Come on, I'll keep the audience occupied. You go get the 12-string. John is he's a multifaceted man. You want your headphones?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put these ear goggles on John. And he's going to play you a little tune. This is a tune by the Bad Brains. You might want to check to see how loud you are with the guitar. That's about right. That's about right.
Yeah. And it's not really that much in tune, but this is just a raw tape, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of a skeleton of a tune, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want me anymore, so I just walk right out that door. I love you, you use me, now my heart talks on the ground. So I'm standing, well I'm standing on, I'm moving, well I'm moving on. Sail on, sail on, sail on, sail on.
The guitar is badly out of tune, but that was beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you find the note when the chord's so out of tune?
I don't know.
All right, so that's John in a nutshell.
And I couldn't even hear the guitar either every time I would sing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was sounded beautiful.
Thank you.